welcome. Thank you. And my name is Donald Iheonunekwu. And today I have a very beautiful personality. And one remarkable thing about him is that he is a young person. You know, we're talking about you taking over the leadership of Nigeria and taking Nigeria to the next level. And this is somebody who is young, prime, innovative, and energetic. We are tired of seeing old, weak people ruling us. And this is a young vibe on the stage. He left the Economic Financial Crime Commission for the service of his people. And we really want to know why he left such a beautiful job. We want to know what he's going to offer the people of Iheonunekwu North local government, Iheonunekwu North local government area. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us this opportunity. Can we meet you, sir?
Okay, thank you for this great opportunity. My names are Iheonunekwu Ugochukwu Collins. And as you rightly said, I'm a young man. I come from Iheonunekwu North, local government, Abia State. Currently, I'm the PDP candidate for State House of Assembly to represent the good people of Iheonunekwu North State constituency come 2023 by the grace of God.
Oh, that's fantastic. You go by the name Ochake. What is Ochake?
Yeah, Ochake, precisely my title, my traditional title, that was sometime last year, December 2001. I was nominated by the chairman of Abia State Traditional Ruler Council in the name of Eze Nwabeke. So I was honored with the title of Ugobuzuo Ochake I of Abia State, alongside with the state governor, the speaker, and one of the House of Rep member and State House of Assembly representing the good people of Iheonunekwu currently. So about 4 of us were honored that very day by the traditional ruler, who is coincidentally the chairman of Abia State Traditional Ruler Council in the person of Eze Nwabeke. So along the line, see me in politics. So it coincides with my aspiration. So the name Ugobuzo Ochake, so people take on it, Ochake, 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 Ochake everywhere. So that was how it came to take. It became, it's like a name on the street everywhere in my local government now, in my locality, even beyond my local government, you know. So it's Ochake. It has taken over my name. So, and the meaning goes also along with my vision for my people and what I look out for. How can we be able to, it has to do with light, Ochake, you know, Ochake, brightness, light. So, which is actually,
something that shines.
Yeah, something that shines, you know. So, that's, and we're hoping by the grace of God, light, brightness, and sunshine, you know, will come our way in our state constituency.
All right. State, Abia State, a lot of people on the public domain are highly not happy, disappointed. They have reservations, huge reservations of Abia State and the performances of the government since the Fourth Republic, 1999 till date. This is a state which happens to be blessed in all forms, oil, mineral resources, happens to be the Japan of Africa. If you don't know, Aba, which is in Abia State, happens to be the city everybody run to, the way we run to Lagos and Abuja for greener pasture. People come down to Aba. It was something very industrial. And we have seen the state nosedive to a point whereby people are no longer proud to say they come from that state, which is a state the name depicts pride. And you're going to be involved in the state government. How do we hope that your participation in the politics, that's if you become the House of Assembly member, that we're going to see a very beautiful trajectory from the point at which Abia State is to a better platform?
Okay. My duty as a legislator is not limited to just going to the chambers. It's also going to add a voice to the administration of the state government. How do I mean by that? Making sure that I sponsor bills that will be for the interest of the Abians, not only limited to my constituency or for the benefit of my constituents. Something that bills that definitely, if it is passed, you know, in the State House of Assembly, definitely it will be for the betterment of the citizens of the state. Then such bills will also look into trying to see a way we can, you know, leverage on where we are today to get it better. You know, so there is no perfection in any system. And even sometimes we always try to, you know, give reference to the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and all what have you. Those people didn't build their city in a day. They've come a long way. And I think so far so good. People might be saying things about Abia State, especially the expectations and where we hope that the pace of development that we've been you know, hoping for and looking out for the state as if we've not gotten there. The truth is that if you get close to governance, you know that governance is not an easy business. That's the truth about it. You know, so, but I must give credence to the current administration in the person of Dr. Okeze Victor. If we should tell ourselves the truth, he has tried. That's the truth about it. You know, coming from where he met the state as at the time he assumed office and where it is today, I think he has done his bit. But as I rightly said, there is no perfection in governance and government business is not an easy business. The way people look at it from the outside, you know. So my prayer and also my ambition is not just to be a House of Assembly member, but to see where I can add a voice to the upcoming administration, where by the grace of God we'll be part of it, you know, to make sure that we contribute our own quota in making sure that our state gets to that level that every other person is expecting.
All right. Having said that, there is something that stands out and that is very remarkable. The youth, and you're also a young person. And being a young person is a blessing because you have the advantage of energy and strength and will and power. And you are going to have power come 2023. What is the place you are going to prepare for the youth? Because we have a lot of unemployed people who have graduated from the university. They are not engaged, they are not employed, and which has led to, in fact, unemployment is the number one motivator towards insecurity or people involving in criminal acts. I want to see how, if it is not in your power to do that, what idea are you going to bring on the table, of the state table, particular idea to help boost and push Abia forward?
I usually say this. It's not about how prepared are we, I mean the government, concerning the affairs of the youth. But my question, which I usually ask in the course of my interaction with the people during this campaigning period, I always ask the youth, I put the question back to them. How prepared are the youths? We are the youths. So how prepared are we? That's the question that I usually ask.
To participate?
not only to participate, how prepared are you as a youth to live up to the demands that, it's not all about government providing for youth. The government cannot provide for everybody. You, for instance, from what I can see here, this place is not government that set up this place for you. You on your own. You're a young man. Yeah. You on your own. You're a graduate. You finish from school. Maybe you must have tried to get government job. A white-collar job is not forthcoming. It's not everybody. Do you know how many millions of Nigerians that graduate every year? Go to NYC camp. I'm opportune to be there. While I was in service in the EFCC, I used to go there to give them lectures on cybercrime and what have you. So, you see, thousands of youths, millions across the Confederation. Where will accommodate them in terms of employment? Are you get what I'm saying? So, even in the developed world, it's not everybody that graduates from the university or from the college that you start writing CV, fighting for government, white-collar job. No. The question is, there are a lot of skills, talents that are wasting among our youths.
That is the area.
So, if you have the skill, like you, look at the skill, you've been able to harness and you've been able to step up your game on this. Look at how beautiful this place is. And you're doing this as an independent person, not relying on government work, not relying on government on anything. But the only thing you can ask me is this. Is the government ready, able to provide the enabling environment for the youth to strive? This is one of the questions I think that we should be asking our government. The infrastructure, the foundation, the platform that the youths can leverage on. Do we have it? Do we have 24 hours light, power supply? That as you're doing this, I'm on camera, then next thing, I think this, you're running this on gen, this is generator can even, hear the sound. So why can't we have a 24 hours power supply?
Okay.
Even if we have, if you have, next thing, as we are on stage now, the light will go off. I get what I'm saying? So, do we have a system that we have the enabling environment for the youth to exhibit their skills and their talents?
That they have.
That they have. That is one.
Okay, that brings us to the federal, which you don't have any power over. It is on the federal note generating power for the country. I think P2B should be answering that since he wants to be president. But on the state level, we have Area Market, Area International Market, which happens to be the second biggest market in Africa, which is housed in Abia State, and to a viable extent is within the state government supervision and governance. We have seen situations whereby the market is flooded. We've seen situations whereby the people who are in the market don't have that enabling environment that you mentioned. I do not think it is the federal responsibility. I think it's now the state responsibility. We are letting the past go. You are coming on board. How would you be able to help drive that thriving industry, wake it up from wherever it is and push forward?
Okay, let me also come in somewhere. When you are like making this thing, you say the power issues are the federal level. Definitely P2B will come and take care of that.
Like if he becomes president, P2B or Tinubu or Atiku will be able to take care of that. Because we've seen him travel and make inquiries on how to.
I think the person you should have said that will take care of that is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Because
he's your candidate.
Not only my candidate, he's exposed, and he is the man that we know that he has been there. He will also, I think Nigerians know that they did better in 1999 to 2003, 2003 to 2007, between that 8 years of him and his boss, General Olusegun Obasanjo. So if what we're seeing today, they are like taking some steps, So, you know, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a very unique man, a man that is very liberal, and he's a Nigerian. He's all rounder, you know, so we all know that at least he stands out to be a better person to take us to the next level. By the grace of God, I hope Atiku Abubakar, you should be referring to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, not P2B. So,
right,
but that is by the way, though.
That is
That's by the way. So, coming to issue about, it's not all about federal that can generate power. I have come across where you have independent power projects being done by some states, like River State and Delta states. I've come across states that they have the passion to come up with their own independent power projects, so they can be able to service their states, you know, with uninterrupted power supply. But the issue is about the bureaucracy in the system. That everything, if you want to build your own power project, you need to write to Abuja, federal, you know. So that's the issue, that's the challenge we have. So if we can be able to see a way the system can be able to, you know, minimize all this dichotomy of federal must do this. Tell me, for instance, you have a road in my village. I'm the one that is, you know, directly involved and affected by the nature of that road. But the state government cannot do anything on it. They will say because it's a federal road. You must get approval from federal. And sometimes when they get approval from federal and do the road, to pay them back the state government is a challenge. Now, there was something, I think last year or so, I think I came across, whereby federal government said that state government should not, you know, assess the federal roads in terms of building on the federal road. So where are we? So this thing cuts across the whole federation. A lot of people are suffering. We're having issues in the southeast, whereby, okay, like from Abia to Port Harcourt, from Abba, precisely, to be precise, to Port Harcourt, you can't dare apply on that road. For how many years? From Abba, federal road from Abba to Port Harcourt, affecting the business between. I remember as a child, you see when people go to Oyemi market, but they will leave Abba by 7, they'll go to Oyemi market, by 5, 6, they will be back. How many kilometers? 30, 45 kilometers from Abba to Port Harcourt. A journey of within 15, 20 minutes, you're there. People used to go to work to Port Harcourt from Abba. People from Port Harcourt come to Abba every blessed day to buy their goods. Yes. But for the past how many years, it's a death trap. People don't even apply on that road. A federal road we're talking about. So it has killed the business, the system, this thing between Port Harcourt and Abba. And we're talking about Abba. You mentioned Abba as the Japan of Africa. But how do people, you're talking about the youth. A lot of them some of them, not even, you know, not only going to school, non-graduates. You see them doing well on their own. But there is no infrastructure. There is no enabling environment. People want to take their business from Abba to Oyemi, they cannot go. People from Oyemi want to come to Abba to buy stuff, they cannot go. These are the issues. People from Abba, let me say Abia, they want to go to Port Harcourt, River State, a journey of 15, 20 minutes. We take them the whole day.
They'll be on the road.
They will be on the road. There's an alternative route they used to take, Eche, which is not even the highway. Yeah, that place is also
messed up.
You know, collapsed. It has collapsed because of the pressure on it. All the big trucks, every other vehicle, heavy-duty vehicles are on that road. So these are the issues that the system should look at, where they can be able to, you know, reduce all these, you know, stringent conditions, like from Abba to Port Harcourt. The state government may really want to do that road because Port Harcourt, River State and Abia can join a partnership to see a way they can do that road. But because it's a federal government road,
they can.
The issues about, you know, the protocols and all what have you, is a challenge. So that is to tell you that there is need for us to, you know, that is what some people like us are going in there Not just to sit back and be, it has to do with my constituency. No. People from my constituency, are they not experiencing those things? Don't they go to Port Harcourt to do their businesses? Don't they go to Port Harcourt to work? People from Port Harcourt, don't they come to Abia to do their businesses or to? So it's something that affects us.
In general?
Generally, it affects us as Nigerians, not about where you come from.
Because some northern people still ply the
They
road.
come to Abia to buy. Yeah, people from, I see their vehicles.
And it's that road that takes Port Harcourt, Bayelsa, all the whole southern region.
That is it.
So it's not affecting just
That
Port
is
Harcourt
it.
alone.
So that is what I'm telling you. I am not going to House of Assembly just that I'm going to represent Iselam or not. No, I am going to House of Assembly for the betterment of the states of Abia State. Every other person that is an indigenous of Abia State will benefit from what I am going to say. Government, if you are federal or state government, please, this is the need of our people. This is what they need. This is what they need. Like, for example, this Aba to Port Harcourt road, the government need to come in, federal government need to come in and do something about it.
All right.
Thank you.
Right. Let's go back to EFCC.
Yeah.
You left the service.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know, it is an institution, when people are there, they don't want to leave. They see it as mouth-watering, EFCC, big job, CBN, NCC. They are this A-list kind of job in Nigeria. But you left. Why did you leave?
Okay, let me just tell you something. One thing about we Nigerians is sometimes we do not really want to take a step forward from where we are. For me, it's about passion. It's not about EFCC as a commission. It's about where do you think, what do you think, what gives you this, at least the satisfaction. For me, what gives me satisfaction is to make sure that things are being done in the right way, and for the Nigerians or citizens, to see that this is what belongs to us. It is my right to healthcare. It is my right to have basic education for my children. It is my right to have access good road. It is my right as Nigerian to have roof, shelter. It is my right? So, but there are people you see on the street. People are suffering. People are suffering. And they look as if people are not, standing in for them.
So you want to be that voice.
That is it. If it is the only thing that I have achieved in this life, I'm satisfied. Because let me tell you something that happened. When I entered EFCC, when we were in training in police college, there was a time they came and they asked this question. They asked us, cadets, officers on training. They were asking us individually, why did you join the commission? People were saying, I joined the commission because of this, I joined the commission because of that. When it got to my turn, I said something that's, some people turned and looked at me, but they didn't know where I'm coming from. I told them that I'm a man on transit. That was what I told them. That I'm a man on transit, that this is not my destination. That I'm a man, like a man going to Lagos from Abia, because I use Abia as a instance here. So I'm like a man on transit, but my destination, where I want to get to, is Lagos. It's not Lagos. It's Lagos. So, but I didn't find a direct bus going to Lagos. So I found the one that is going to Onitsha. I saw the bus, Onitsha, and I entered. Because I know that from Onitsha is my route to Lagos. So even in Onitsha, where I am, I might not see direct to Onitsha. I may definitely see a bus going to Ore or to Shagamu. I will still enter. Hence, I'm on that route till I get to my destination. That was my answer. So EFCC wasn't my final destination because I know who I am and I know what I wanted. What I want is what I always work hard to get, which is how do I be a voice for the poor masses? because I know where I'm coming from. I went to the village school. Everything about me was in the village. And my only coming to Siri was when I went to, even where I schooled in Abia State University, my first degree. Wasn't even like a Siri.
Okay, before then, you said you told them at EFCC you were on a journey. So this is, it was more like a vehicle that is taking you to
I'm a man on
your
transit.
destination.
That was what I told them.
So now, this House of Assembly member, is he still transit or the final destination?
No. I'm still on transit.
Okay, still.
Yes.
And where do we think, or where is the final destination?
My final destination is in the hand of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you certainly know that this
Yes.
is not.
No. I'm on transit.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. There were, before the...
Let me tell you something, sir. Do you know that I still see myself one day, not just a pastor, but doing some missionary job? Yes.
That's great.
Yes. That's still part of my
What
journey.
you desire.
Yes, my journey. Doing some missionary job. Not just going to standing on the pulpit as a pastor, no. But doing some missionary job.
That will push the name of the Lord.
Yes. Free. Going from places to places. To
Ministering the gospel.
yes.
More like an evangelical work.
Whatever. But doing kind of missionary job. Sensitizing people and telling people why we should love ourselves.
Preaching love.
Yes.
That's
Not
great.
all about going to church, carrying Bible. Before they will start the music in the church, you will dance more than even the sound beat or the drum beat. But when you go home, your neighbor is hungry and you have food, you won't give your neighbor. No. We need to talk to our people. Because I realize that what people go to church is just to listen to what the pastor wants to say. And pastor is saying what he just wants to say in order to capture
the mind of the people.
yes, the audience. No. Tell them what is practical and what is practicable and what is obtainable here. Not what is obtainable in Egypt and in Israel, where we don't exist.
In
here,
Africa.
yes. In our various homes, not even Africa. In my village, in your village, your
The
brother is
reality.
hungry. Yes. Fine, you are eating. Give your brother. Not you cook, you put in your fridge, you travel before you get back. The
spoiled.
NEPA has taken like that, the whole thing will get spoiled. You took it out of your fridge and threw it away. No.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would also like when you become the House of Assembly member, maybe you carve out a team or a campaign team that will still carry on this. Is it essentially a nice vision?
It's part of my program.
It's a nice vision.
I will have a foundation that will
take
yeah,
care of
sure,
that.
sure.
Yes, I think that's a very brilliant idea.
Sure. We have talents. We are talking about. We have brilliant, intelligent children, kids. But the challenge is this: they have parents that are not educationally inclined. So when you see these talents, you pick them out.
And give them a platform.
Yes. You even communicate with their parents the need why they should go out of their way to make sure that their child or their ward or their children at least have the basic education. There's a girl I saw in the village. In my village, I was driving out one day. I saw the girl coming down. I looked at the girl. I asked my brother that was with me. I said, "Who is this?" He said, "It's so person's." I said, so person. He said, "Please stop." I called the guy. I said, "What do you do?" He said, "She's learning how to do hairdressing in the neighboring community." I said, "Have you finished your second?" He said, "No." I said, "Why?" He smiled. Do you know that she couldn't finish her SS? She just stopped at SS1. No, SS3. I have another one that stopped at SS1. I can still tell you that story. I was driving. I'll give you the story. She stopped at SS3 or SS2, thereabout, but she didn't write WAEC. And I asked her. I called the parents and I asked them that she must go and write her WAEC. As a lady, she won't even see her husband to marry. Else she will see the one that is just in this modern age. No, go and write your WAEC. I will pay. Write WAEC. And once the WAEC is good, I will pay for JAM. She will write. Even if it is Polytechnic or College of Education, I will, by the grace of God, I will try in my own little capacity to assist her. Yes. There is one I was coming back from when I was in Uyo, Zonal Command. I was coming back. I stopped in a marketplace to buy garden egg. So my driver was with me. I stopped. So on getting to negotiate the price with the lady selling the stuff, I saw a little girl sitting down on that hot sun. I asked the woman, I said, "What's your daughter doing here? Why is she not in school?" The woman smiled and said, "It's the neighbor's daughter." I would have said in Igbo, "Munye dim, munye dim," my neighbor's daughter, So I said, that things are rough, very difficult for them. That they just put her out of school from SS1.
Oh.
And that she's the first daughter. I said, "What's she doing?" He said, "She's learning sewing, as in
tailoring."
I said, "Really?" Say, I looked, I don't know them, I don't know their names. I wrote my number on a piece of paper. I gave the woman, I said, Go and find out how much it will cost for this girl to go back to school. I want her to finish her SS3 and write well.
At least.
Yes. Go and call me on this number. Please do it for me." I left. After like a week, my phone rang, I picked. She introduced herself. So places, I said, "Yeah," he said she has gone. That's both her school fees, books, uniform, and everything, about 50-something thousand or thereabouts. I said, "Send me account." I sent 60,000 for the girl to go back to school. And as I'm talking to you now, she's in her SS3. Yeah. I don't know the girl. I don't know her name. I don't know her village. Or rather, I don't know her family name. I don't know her community. I don't know anything about her. If she passes her here, I don't know the person. But I did that. So this is me. This is whom I am.
And these are the things you want
Yes,
to do
so
with this opportunity.
Yes, and this is what I want the government. I want to push out. I'm looking for an opportunity to have that platform where I can push the government. Encourage the people. This is your right. Government, please do this for our people. Me and you, we are the government.
Definitely.
Yes, the citizens are the government.
Yeah.
So it is what belongs to them. So just to make sure that there is that communication. So in EFCC, I won't have this opportunity to be doing this.
Yes. Because
Rather, I will seem to be isolating from people, but that is not my calling. That is not me. So I see it as a thought. I've worked for 16 years, and this opportunity came. I said, "Okay, God, this is another journey. I've seen another boss." So
you
yes,
just entered.
yes, I've entered another boss. So from this boss, I know that I will still enter another boss. This is
That's your story.
Yeah, that's my story.
Beautiful and inspiring story.
Thank you.
Like, it's about people. It's about love. It's about the next person. It's about making them comfortable. Because one thing I believe in is, if your neighbor is not privileged and you're privileged and you allow them, you're building crime around you. You'll be the victim of what they become one day. Sure and certain. When you help your neighbor who's not able and they become able, you've built security around you also. So it's a seed that we'll have to sow into the world. You'll find a way and come back to us. And I believe that touching story actually encourages you to do more to people out there. And finally, it's about your constituency, the people you're representing. And before your emergence as a candidate, there were a little bit of controversy.
Of course.
And can you tell us about how that controversy just went and you emerged? It was more like a miracle.
Yeah, I don't think there is need for me to go into details of all that transpired. At this point, there's no need for that. But the only thing I would say is that it was a divine mandate. That was.
God was involved.
That's all. Because if I have to reflect on all that transpired, then I came to the conclusion that it is only God that owns power, not man. And it's only God that giveth power. But God will use somebody to do it. But it is God at work. So once we come to realize that, there is no need for us to kill ourselves over power. No, not at all. So my emergence as a candidate was the act of God, not the act of man. So there's no need talking how this and that, God did it for me. And God did it for my people of Iheonunekwu North State constituency. God did it for our generation. God did it for history. Because our children will definitely
One day
come through this and read through this, you know. So, but I hope to, in future, I will write a book. Yeah, I'm going to write a book.
Like your grand patron in PDP, Obasanjo. My words.
I'm going to write a book, and my book is going to be detailed. It's going to be very, very comprehensive, you know. It's going to be comprehensive. I even have the title of my book offhand.
What was the title?
Yeah, The Conspiracy of God Has Spoken.
The Conspiracy. I'm looking out for that book.
Yeah.
The Conspiracy of
Yeah,
God.
the conspiracy theory of God has spoken.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Such a catchy title.
The
right?
conspiracy, because my campaign slogan is Ochake 2023, God has spoken.
Okay, God has spoken.
God has spoken. So it was God that spoke for my mandate. Yeah. So, but I'm going to write my book, The Conspiracy Theory of God Has Spoken. Yes.
All right, so we are looking out for Ochake come 2023. After the March election, February-March election, we hope to see him win. And I believe listening to him, I don't know what you think, whatever you think, just put down on the comment section. And before we go, can you just wrap up a word for your viewers, your constituents, people, young people in Nigeria generally, because you are not just a constituency person, you are more like a global person. You're thinking of the whole of Abia State and by extension Nigeria and Africa. So what do you have to say to young people around Africa, around Nigeria, everywhere?
Yeah, to the youths out there, the only thing I would say is that do not give up. When it seems things are not working or coming your way the way you desired or want it. So just when it seems that your expectations are not being met, don't give up. Just be strong and be consistent in your dreams. Just be prepared for tomorrow, because something good is coming your way. And it is by also being prepared and also being, there's what they call show walking. Show walking means be hardworking in whatever thing that you do. And be proud of what you do.
Definitely.
Just be proud of what you do. Do not be ashamed of yourself. Do not, there's what they say, body shaming. When you look at yourself, no. Believe in whom you are. Believe in yourself. And if it is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, believe in that and work towards that. If you want to be a business person, believe in that and work towards that. If you want to be, let's say, an real estate developer or whatsoever, believe in that. Do not always be looking at when you get the whole billions or millions to start up. No. You can even start from somewhere. Attach yourself to somebody that you know that is doing well in this field. Before you know it,
you speak up.
You pick up from there. Once God will always bring somebody who will pick up on you. But that is my advice for our youth. Another thing I want to say concerning our youth is something that has become so, is becoming a norm, is the issue about trying to get rich quick. You get what I'm saying? We get so influenced by people around us, you forget where you're coming from. So today, your friend, if went to university and immediately after university, he has made money. You don't even know what are the things he's doing. You just want to be like him. So he's making, bringing a certain kind of form of pressure on our youths to start looking out for any possible means of making money. And that is why you see some of them. Go and check the data, on EFCC, this thing, on daily basis, how our youths are being convicted. They are getting involved in cybercrime.
The leaders of tomorrow.
Yeah.
In prison.
They are getting, convicted tomorrow. Internet fraud, love scam, they do marriage scam, employment scam, all sort of things on the internet. So instead of us to use the internet for the good, deed,
society.
rather we join into doing all illegalities and things like that. And the truth is that some of these guys do not even know the implication of what they're doing, because their friend in university, they all came in together. Before you know it, that one, he has, this is the common vehicle they use, this Lexus 3 something.
350.
The next person wants to get. This other person wants to get. This. So, you see, before you know it, you want to know what he's doing. He's into cyber crime. You join him. The one day you'll be caught. And once you're caught, film straight.
And the person you joined might not even be caught.
That
It
is
will
it.
not be you.
His own day will still come. The Lord will catch up with him one day. But maybe first day or second day of doing the hand, the Lord will catch up with you. And once you have been caught, straight to, and you are an ex-convict once you have been convicted. You want to apply for visa. There is a column for where the embassies usually ask.
Yes.
Are you an ex-convict? You put yes now. If you go and say no, and they find out that you have lied on that, this is also an offense of its own. You are looking for a job. There's a column. Have you been convicted before? Yes. No room for you.
No room.
That is it. So my message, especially to the young ones, the youths, which is we are following, I beg them in the name of God, for us to have a better society, because it's affecting us. Our image up there is battered. Look at what they did in Dubai. Our youths, they went to Dubai and they are fighting like...
as though they're in the village.
Yes, bringing cultism up there, carrying machetes, and I watched the thing on social media. I was so ashamed of myself. So this is why, you can imagine, they have banned Nigerians from going to Dubai. So, these are the issues. So this is my message to the youths. Please, let us devise a means of living a life, within the comfort of what we think we can afford, not being influenced by what Mr. A, another hand, is doing. You want to, be like him, and definitely you end up getting yourself into trouble. Crime is not, is not what should be an option for us to, as an excuse that the government is not doing anything for the youth, and you are getting yourself involved into crime. No, the law does not recognize that. And also, for we the youth to also support the government and help the government in whatever policies that the government has in place for us. One thing I've realized in this country that is killing us is high level of indiscipline. That is just the truth about it. It's not all about government.
But I think the indiscipline is actually being, I have one philosophy I believe in. Don't tell people, show them. By the content of your character, people learn by observing than what they hear. What they see you do, like children, they copy. So, our politicians leave the flamboyant, the indiscipline. We see the judiciary, we see how indisciplined the government is. And these things will have a way of affecting, that is influence.
I agree with you.
So I think maybe the leaders, if they try to live by example, automatically the followers will not by what you tell them, it's what they see you do.
I agree with you.
If a governor passes with 30 motorcades, the boy is aspiring to be a governor, not to lead the people rightly, but to go in that motorcade.
I agree with you.
So I think is just all around the whole atmosphere.
I agree with you to an extent, but that is why we say we now, our generation,
should
be able to have a rethink about these things. Okay, our youths are complaining. That's how our politicians are doing things are not the right way they're supposed to do. Public funds are being embezzled by certain individuals, all those things. Key. That's a fact. So now, how prepared are we? I keep asking.
To take it off.
To take it off from that distance, whereby you still see the youths getting involved in all sorts of crime, especially this issue about cybercrime.
Cybercrime.
Yes. I get what I'm saying? So if you cannot be opportunity to be in government, to steal from the government purse,
you steal from
the computer. You now steal with the computer. Who are you not still also? It's the same thing
going on.
So this is what we are trying to say, that please let us see how we can be able to change from what we are all condemning.
Yes, and be the picture that we want
to
to
an
see.
extent.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming around.
God bless
I
you.
really do appreciate having you.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.